your boy Tune, aka the Comic Book Thug, once again for another comic review. I don't think I never say that right. Comic review. There we go. I think I gotta say it slow. Anyway, this time we are doing Original Sin, issue 0 out of 8. I actually was waiting for this because, like I said, before, this Watcher guy. I said in one of my videos, oh, that's my cat too, Bella. Say hi, Bella. Psst, Bella. Okay. But I always was curious about this guy because I always seen him in some comics. I never really knew what he was, so I had to read up on him. But this was a pretty good comic. As you can see, Nova is in the corner, and I'm telling you right now, I was never a fan of Nova. I watched the Amazing Spider-Man cartoon, and he just seemed like a clown in it, so I never really paid attention. But I'm gonna get to him in a minute. If you hear that running in the background, that's my dog Yoda running around and shit. Anyway, let's get into the comic. Original Sin, 0 out of 8. Who is the Watcher? This is the saga about the Watcher's gonna die, and they try to figure out who gonna kill him, but he didn't die in this one. Basically about this comic right now, the first one, it seemed like it was a Nova comic because when they open up, it says the two main characters is the Watcher and Nova, but like the first couple of pages is basically about Nova. Like, I'm not gonna do too many spoilers because I don't want, if I didn't read the book or whatever, but the first 5-6 pages is just Nova. If you didn't know who Nova was, which like I said, after seeing the cartoon Amazing Spider-Man, I didn't pay attention to Nova, so I never read none of his comic books. I didn't know who he was, and but now I know who he is because of this comic. I know how he became Nova, who was the Nova before him, and all this. So basically, it's about Nova, and he basically goes to the Watcher's headquarters, who the Watcher lives on the moon, and he tries to talk to him, and the Watcher doesn't talk at all. So he's basically Nova. One thing, he has this thing I like about him in his helmet. It's like a spider sense. Look, when there's danger around him or he's in trouble, it like goes off or whatever. So I thought that was pretty cool. Pretty cool power they gave him. But as Nova is at his headquarters, the Watcher's headquarters, he's like wandering off, and he loses the Watcher. The Watcher like drift off, and Nova stumbles into, like, I guess the armory. Yeah, the armory, and the Watcher has all these weapons and like the most powerful weapons in the universe. Like, yeah, there's one weapon that is called the Ultimate Nullifier, and this is that right there, the Ultimate Nullifier, and he basically said that it can destroy an entire galaxy. So that's pretty amazing. So the Watcher's a badass guy. So basically, they just go back and forth, and the Watcher shows him memories about who he was and about his father. And I'm gonna be real with you people. It just was so much going on. I wasn't really paying attention to this comic book. This first issue didn't really get me. It was beautiful art. Like this splatter art, it was beautiful art. I like the art, but the story, it really didn't attract me like I thought it was. I mean, you learn about the Watcher, you learn about Nova, and this is the point I want to get to. Like I said in the beginning of this review, I didn't like Nova because of the cartoon. I went out after this comic and I bought every issue of Nova. I think it's 15 if I'm not mistaken, or it might be 14. I'm sorry if I'm wrong. I'm sure somebody below will tell me, but I am a fan of Nova now. So I'm only missing issue 4, and I'm waiting for my connector to send me that. So I'm going to start that by the weekend. I'm going to start Nova. So basically, the comic books ends after a whole bunch of talking. Well, Nova talking, because like I said, I watched him talk, but Nova just wanted to know, was his father alive, because if you know the story of Nova, one day his father just up and disappeared. So, Nova was like, I should have asked you, and every time he basically asked him, he's like, oh, no, don't tell me, because I shouldn't ask you. And then the Watcher last words was, he's alive, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just make sure. Yep, he is alive. And basically Nova fly off happy, saying he's alive. So that was it. that was it. This was more of Nova book. This is more of a Nova book. I think if you see my past reviews, it was glare on a comic book. I think it was because I had it in the, the board and plastic. So hopefully, if you saw it this time, it didn't look too glared up. But anyway, I don't really do rates on my comics because my rate. That's my dog barking in another bark. But my rate really can't justify your rate. You might like this book, I might not. I might like it, you might not. So I don't do rates, but I will say if you don't have any Nova comic books, go pick him up because he was pretty interesting. What's going on out there? My dog barks like he can fight, but he's a Pomeranian and Chow Chow, so he can't fight. But anyway, Original Sin review number 0 out of 8. I don't really know what to say. I told you I blanked in and out of this comic, so if you want to pick it up. But I advise y'all go pick up Nova because as soon as I get to issue 4, I'm going to start it. So other than that, that's pretty much it. Thank you for checking out my review. Leave your positive and negative comments below. If there's a comic book that you might want me to review, and I got it, I will. I will be doing my next review. Hold on, please. My next review. Shit. I'm just all fucking up. My next review will be on Fantastic Four issue number 3, which I've been waiting forever to read because the issues for Fantastic Four come out so like once a month or whatever. So this is gonna be my next review. Either this or Age of Ultron What If issue 4. So it's your host again, Toon, aka the Comic Book Thug. Thank you for checking me out. Salute, subscribe, like. Have a nice day. Peace.
That's all, folks.